Diving deep into a great conversation with the Port of Shelton. I've got Dick Taylor and Wendy Smith in studio with me this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you both.
You too.
Yeah.
This Wednesday, nice day today. There's probably a lot of stuff going on up at Sanderson Field this week.
Oh, yeah. One or two things.
Getting ready
Is there any
for
big events?
big events this
Oh,
weekend.
yeah. Got to get my calendar out and look.
Yeah.
That is good news. Let's start with the work that's being done right near the runway. It's the run-up for the pilots to get their engines warmed up before they have to take off. How is all that process coming?
It's going really well. So Brandon is, our project manager on site, and then we have contracted with Reed Middleton. They're our engineering firm, and so we actually have a gal in our office who spends a lot of her time in the field and doing the sampling and the testing and the monitoring of all that. So, they check soils and they check different things. And kind of a funny part of the project was they saw, the contractor, as they're digging the dirt, saw this ear, and it was a doe's ear, and it was like some kind of animal had buried the head of a doe.
What?
So it's just kind of weird things you find as you're digging into dirt. Yeah.
How old was it? I didn't know. I didn't hear that.
Yeah. I don't recall that
Isn't
I
that
got an
something?
age, but yeah, it's just some predatory animal. So just kind of funny things. But project's going well. On Monday, unfortunately, even though locates were done, they hit power.
Uh-oh.
And so we had a little down power on the runway. So of course our operation is to quickly put out a NOTAM, which is a notice to airmen, and we quickly did that, got everybody notified that power would be down. So there was no runway lights for that night, but they were up yesterday, so we pulled the NOTAM down. So.
How long has Sanderson Field kind of been Sanderson Field?
Oh, yeah, World War II.
Yeah,
I'm just wondering about how many plans stacked on top of plans there are. So when you come across these things, I mean, you were anticipating not finding anything, and all of a sudden it shows up.
Yeah, it's certainly a possibility.
Certainly. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What else is going on with the port?
Well, so as you know, Oysterfest is coming this weekend.
Yep.
So, I think when we rolled in Monday morning, the tents were already up and ready to go. So they're just moving like crazy, as they do. And we've got we're working with them on some, in the fire department and the fire marshal of the county, on just some fire, for the campers. They bring in a lot of RVs, and so there's just some fire it's not fireplace. What am I trying to say? Fire pit. Campfire regulations, just to keep everybody safe. And so we have some regulations out on that. And just everything. I saw a couple of the guys yesterday, Evan Tozier and Gary Schoiten, stopped in the office and made sure we're okay, and we made sure they're okay. And everything's going great. It sounds like they're
moving along,
moving like crazy.
I talked with Jim Morrell yesterday, and he mentioned that the RV slots were up from last year even, so expect a lot more RV traffic there on the area.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
So Bob Miller is kind of heading up. He's in charge of that RV section, and he came in a couple weeks ago and had been vacationing all summer, and he came in and said, man, the ground just looked great, green grass, and he was really excited. And what they did was they put out to all the people that RV'd there last year, they put that out to them first and gave them the opportunity to keep their same spot or real similar, and he said the response was just huge.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big weekend.
Yeah, keep your fingers crossed on the weather.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm seeing that there is rain, but as we were talking yesterday, it doesn't dampen the spirits at all for folks that come out to Oysterfest.
And even if it does rain, I have worked out there in years past where I've been in the old site. We've been when it rained in Oysterfest and been up to ankle deep in mud while we were doing it.
Whoa.
So, this is 100%, but head and shoulders above that. This whole venue is just so much better so if the weather is a little inclement, come on out anyway.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of pooling or puddling.
No, there's no puddling. There's no mud to walk around in or anything like that.
That's a good point, too.
So.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Any other big news from the marina or Johns Prairie area?
So marina, I think the word was from one of the tenants just a week ago, I believe. He was saying that there's, maybe less than 5 boathouses left to upgrade.
Great.
And so, yeah, they're just like moving like crazy. We're still in our budget process, and so we're looking at the various things that have to go on down there in our next few years down the road, and how we're going to handle those costs. And we actually are having a work session on the budget tomorrow at 2 p.m. So.
Okay.
If anybody's interested in hearing our our talk on that, that's something
It'll
to
just be a discussion of what we're
yeah.
where
Our
we're going.
our hearing is set for next Tuesday,
Okay.
and that's by law. We are regulated to be the I think it's the first Tuesday before the first Wednesday of the month of October, and you can bypass that. You can, there is an RCW that lets you go past that, but we try to stick to that. It keeps it just, easy for us, and then we move into fall with not having to worry about budget. It's all set. So yeah.
When it comes to the marina, you said there's about 5 boathouses left. I'd imagine it's a pretty tight-knit community down there.
Very.
Is it easy then to get people on board with fixing if they see that, well, just about everybody else has been fixing up their stuff, maybe I should actually do this? Or do you have, there's always, a couple folks that aren't with the program?
I think the biggest problem is it's really, really expensive.
Sure.
This is a big deal for these people. And, some are on fixed incomes. They're senior citizens and they're, retired, and this is what they do for their hobby. And to spend the kind of dollars, it can be 10, just the floats. I think I had a guy call me yesterday say, I just ordered my floats and they were $8,000 just for the floats. And that doesn't talk about siding or roof panels for burnout. There's just, it's a huge expense. So yes, I think more upgraded than we thought. We thought we'd see some just say, but there's been a lot of turnover. A lot of boathouses have sold in the recent months, just saying, I don't have time, money, don't want to do this anymore. So I think it is catching. It looks really good, but it definitely, it's a big deal, and it's not a real simple process. It wasn't just nailing up a couple boards. It was a big deal. So. Huge kudos to the tenants down there for sticking with it and doing it. And I think they're seeing that that the values are going up. The ones that have sold that did do some upgrading, they were able to sell at a pretty nice price. And there's not a lot of boathouses out there anymore.
No.
So it is a nice amenity, and hopefully that will help for the future.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, I was at a meeting the other day. Yesterday, and somebody was talking about the marina, and they said, "Wow, the marina is looking great." And this was not a person it was just a local citizen, and looking at it and watching the progress that's going on. So it has improved considerably, and it'll look even better end of this year.
Sure, for sure. So you can find all sorts of information about the Port of Shelton at portofshelton.com. You can get links to the commission, different tenants, the marina, the industrial park, and the Sanderson Field Airport and Industrial Park. You can find out all sorts of great things as we weekly chat here with Wendy Smith and Dick Taylor for the Port of Shelton and the Port of Call. And we'll see you guys at Oysterfest this weekend. For sure. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Go Huskies.
Go Huskies. Go Huskies and go Cougs, right? Got to get that in there as well. All right, we're diving on. We're going to surface here. It's 8:55 at iFiber One News Radio.